We're going to prove the congruent supplements theorem. And this theorem says if two angles are supplements of the same angle or of congruent angles, and notice that these are supplementary both to 2, then these two are congruent. So we're trying to prove 1 and 3 are congruent. And because 1 is supplementary to 2 and 3 is supplementary to 2, then 1 and 3 should be congruent. We're going to prove this theorem. So the first step that we're going to do is say that 1 and 2 are supplementary, and we want to do our statements and reasons. Statements and reasons. And our first statement is that measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 is equal to 180. They're supplementary. And then measure angle 3 plus measure angle 2 are supplementary. I just got that from the given. So that would be the definition of supplementary angles. I could not use angle addition postulate here because notice the two angles are not adding to 180. Like the picture's not like this. So I can't use angle addition postulate there. So I have to use definition of supplementary angles there. Alright, number 2 is they're both set equal to 180. So we're going to set them equal to each other. So measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 is equal to measure angle 3 plus measure angle 2. Alright. I'm sorry, it's hard to write with the stylus. So that would be reason 2 would be substitution property. Number 3 is we're going to subtract off 2. If I subtract 2 off, it's 2 is in both of those, then notice I'm going to get to my prove statement. So I'm going to subtract measure angle 2 from both sides, and they're going to cancel each other out. So I'm left with measure angle 1 is equal to measure angle 3, and that means that they're also congruent. That would be subtraction property. And then if I wanted to put a final step, I could say angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. And that could be the definition of congruent. Definition of congruency. And I'm sorry this is so messy. It's extremely hard to write with the stylus. But this is how this proof works. And notice it's very similar to the other ones that we have done.